One of my hobbies. I'm not sure how many of you remember in my first speech I mentioned that this was one of my hobbies. Okay, are you ready, Manny?
I'm ready, it's gone. Ready.
Good. So I wanted today to speak a little bit about photography. What makes a great photo? So this is the real goal of today's speech. And I had this speech ready maybe 5 weeks ago. And I apologize for not coming, not visiting you guys in the last weeks. But I have it done, and I think I still have all the words in my mind, and I just printed this morning. So let's start studying the different perspectives of photography. Some people will look at photography as just an image in a piece of paper or an image in a screen, a digital format. Some people will take photography as just the confirmation that most of us cannot look natural in any picture, in any photo. But some other people who really enjoy, who are passionate for photos, they see differently. Photo has the mission of capturing not just the image. We have, as photographers, we have the mission of capturing emotions, colors, sounds. We want to make a moment eternal. So this is our goal. We want to give the same experience to the viewer over and over again. So what are the three things that will separate, that will differentiate a regular and ordinary image from a great picture? There are three things: light, angle, and moment. Light is science. You can study and learn. So typically we say that to be a great photographer, you require 1/3 of science and 2/3 of art. Because angle and moment is art. And I'd like to study a little bit with you what is the impact of light, and then what is the impact of the art in a photo. Light is image. Let's go to the basics. Image is just the reflection of light in an object. So whatever object you have, the light that is coming from the object to your eyes, this is the image. So, okay, I got 2 more minutes. In a camera, there are three. Three is a magical number. In a camera, there are 3 controls. We have the shutter speed, we have the aperture, and we have the sensitivity. The shutter speed is how quickly the lens will open and close. And then the length of time will influence how much light is getting in the camera. The second is aperture. So it means how much the lenses will open. And the more lenses open, more light is let in. And the third is sensitivity. Some people know it as ISO. So the higher the number, the more sensible the film or the sensor is to light. So it means if you are taking a picture, taking a photo with a very high ISO, you don't need as much light to capture the image, just a little bit. Of course, the higher the ISO, you compromise on quality. So the higher the ISO, the lower the quality. Okay? So light in a photo will affect not just color, it will also affect the contrast. Another concept that we have that we call in photo, we call depth of field. So it means how clearly the image can be seen, or how much details you have, how many details you have in the long distance. And also we have some effects that sometimes may be negative, sometimes positive, like blur, overexposure, noise. Sometimes you want, sometimes you don't. So this is what light can do in a photo. So I'll give you these photos, and in the first page we have the effect of light. And then you will see 2 photos of New York. These 3 photos, by the way, I took. Okay, the 2 photos of New York. One of the photos you see a little bit of blur, so people moving, they are actually dragging in the image, and this gives you the impression of movement, of motion. Also, the other picture of New York shows a very detailed view of not just the close image, but also the farther image. And then we have just a little bit of shadow and light in the third picture. So this is the science piece, but angle is the second page. Angle is what we call artistic sight. So it is the ability to capture the image from a different point, from a different perspective that is somehow uncommon, unexpected, or just special. Angle makes a picture really great. So if you can capture the picture from the perfect angle, you have a great picture. And this is art. There's no way you can teach it. You require a little bit of luck as well. Okay, and the third point, let's move to the third point, moment. Moment is on the third page. You will understand that a second is what separates a great photo from a regular photo. If these pictures on the third page were taken 1 second later or 1 second earlier, you wouldn't have the same effect. Moment is also luck and art. So capturing the photo in the exact moment of an emotion, of a smile, or when people are clapping their hands, you will capture the message that you want to pass. So there's a lot of art in photos, and this is the message that I wanted to bring today. I hope this very, very high-level explanation in 5 or 6 minutes can really encourage you guys to go and study about photos and try a little bit, try to experience new positions, new angles, new effects in your photos, because this will give you some very good and interesting results. So this is what I wanted to bring to you today. Thank you very much for the experience again and the opportunity to come and present to you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.